Hi guys, welcome to C2C Mentors. My name is Ketan. This is going to be the most important video as far as your reading comprehension is concerned because um, there has been a lot of changes as far as your reading comprehension is concerned in CAT. Now the changes that I have been seeing, these are from 2016. We also saw the changes in 17 and we could also see them in 2018. Right now, the changes are to do with the pattern. I mean, when I say pattern, I don't mean to say that the number of questions or the reading comprehension questions and all that stuff. What I mean to say here is, when I say the pattern, right, I see a change in the kind of the reading comprehensions or the kind of questions that have been asked by CAT over a period of time. Now that's the reason this is quite important for all of you to understand what I'm trying to say here. Now trust me, this is the video which is coming to you. This is the first time you can see this video or this kind of content on YouTube or whatever, like on Google or any social media. None of the coaching institutes are talking about it. None of the mentors are talking about it. So this is a kind of a small work from my side. Have a look at it in a proper way because this is going to help you a lot. Now the first thing that I want to tell you is that when you talk about types of reading comprehension, okay, now typical types of reading comprehension, when we talk, right, what do we get to know? So we've been taught that there are two types of RCs. So the one is nothing but the fact based. So this is the one type of RC, and the another RC that we have is nothing but the inference based. So these are the broad categories of your RC. And then we talk about philosophical and psychological, all this stuff. These are like types of different types of RCs. But yeah, these two are the broad categories. All the psychology, philosophy can come in any of these two. Now, to your surprise, if you actually look at 2016, 17 and 18 from last 3 to 4 years, if you actually dig down a bit and understand verbal or other reading comprehension as a section, trust me, there is nothing called as inference. So this is something is completely getting out. Last year I saw a lot of students talking about what paper was inference based and the questions were inference based, but trust me guys, there is nothing called as inference based. So what has remained intact over a period of time is the fact based. Now I understand this might be a bummer to you or this might be something surprising fact to you, but trust me, listen to me very carefully for the rest of this video and you will have a great understanding about your reading comprehension. Whatever I'm going to tell you in this video, even if you practice this for next 15 days, like whatever days are left for CAT, if you practice this 15 days judiciously, I can guarantee you there is a good increase of round about 15 to 20 percentile in your CAT paper for reading comprehension, or you say VARC. So listen to me very carefully. So what has left or what is been there as an intact thing is fact based. So no doubt fact based has always been there, and fact based RCs are there in CAT. I mean, you can kind of see them, but what is not there in the CAT is inference based. So what is replacing inference based? So nothing anymore is left inference based, but now what you have is something called as idea based. Now understand guys, there is a heck lot of difference between the inference based and the idea based. Now what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to really show you one of the CAT paper. I'm going to take 2018 as a sample paper. I'm gonna tell you guys slot 2 because slot 2 was a little bit on a higher level as far as slot 1 is concerned. I'm gonna prove it to you that how the things are getting idea based. Now what do you mean by idea based? Inference is something that you have to read between the line, but idea based RCs are beautifully written, they're straightforward and you can get the answers very well. Now idea based is nothing but, to be very honest, what I'm talking here is about the main idea. Now, you must have seen in your coaching institute also. See, if you're a C2C mentors student, then you are sorted for these things because we have taken workshop on this. And if you look at the other institutes, the main idea, there is no different segment. There is no different lecture altogether. There is only one or two questions that has been done in the classroom or in the online coaching and you are done for it. But trust me, the main idea has lot of importance as of now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you guys through this paper and have a look at it carefully. All right, so here we have this paper. This is, you can get this paper on C2C website. So you can go in there and you can type in you can check the past paper. This is your slot 2 as far as your CAT is concerned. I'm not sure how many of you have actually written this, but it's a good paper to kind of go through. Now understand this question, this RC, this is to do with the Saturn. Now let's look at this question that we have here. The question is, Data provided by Cassini challenge the assumption that. Now, what is challenging the assumption? Now, this is something based on the main idea. See, because I cannot get into the depth of it, but you understand that whenever the author is challenging an assumption, this has to be done with the main idea. So the answer to this question is going to be what is opposite to the main idea. So this number one question is based on main idea. Now let's move ahead. Okay, now we have the another questions out here. So if you look at the another question which says based on information provided in the passage we can conclude all the following except, okay, based on the information provided in the passage. Now we don't know which passage, it means the entire RC has been talked about, right? We can conclude all of the following except, so there is one point that we cannot conclude, and that one point is not a part of your main idea, and all the other points given out here are kind of close to your main idea. What is main idea? Main idea is the main subject of your reading comprehension. Subject doesn't mean, I'm talking about the third person or second person or first person from the grammar. I'm talking about the literal subject of the RC, or you can say what is the topic of the RC, or what author wants to say, like what he wants to convey to us. Now that's going to be the main idea out here. So even those there are questions which are based on the except, lot of students they do leave these kind of questions because they get scared of except wala question, because here you have to put in extra efforts. But if you know main idea, I have a dedicated workshop of 2 hours to find out main idea, and that, I'm not sure, but whatever experiences that I have from other students, there are not so many institutions in the country who are conducting only workshop on main idea. So we have a dedicated workshop of 2 hours. Rather, we take around about 2 to 3 lectures, say around about 5 to 6 hours coaching only on understanding main idea, because now main idea gonna play a vital role for your CAT. So this question can be answered with main idea. Now understand this. So leaving laundry hanging, okay, that's a fact-based question. I'm going to leave that. This is a wonderful question that you need to understand. Look at question number 4. Based on information provided in the passage, we can infer that. Guys, the moment you say infer, you might have this phobia, or you might have been taught in your coaching that inference based questions are going to be tough, or you have to leave them. No doubt about it, this is true. But understand the pattern, understand the type which is changing now. Though it says that it's an inference based question, we can infer that. Look at your options. Your options are actually fact based. You can read the RC. All these options you can directly get from your reading comprehension. So this is nowhere an inference based question. It is just a simple question. The options are coming out from your RC, but now this has been twisted, and this is what students do not know. Now look at the question number 5. This is a beautiful question, straightforward. What is the main objective of the passage? What is the main objective? What do you mean by objective? By now you must have been understood that it's a main idea. There is nothing apart from that. So whenever you talk about main objective, main purpose, central idea, main idea, these are spot on questions based on main idea. So this RC, which is based on Saturn, right? So this RC is basically a fact based RC. This RC is basically a fact-based RC, and just by knowing the main idea, I can definitely crack round about 3 questions based on 5. I can crack 4 questions based on the main idea. There is only one question which is based on your fact-based, which is question number 3. So this is the first scenario. Now let's have a look at a couple of more. Alright, let's take this question. What is this? This is another RC, which is when India's poor can access. This is ATM. Yeah, this is the ATM one. Now let's have a look at this. Again, it's a fact-based RC. Look at the question number 1 that we have. Spot on. What is it? Main purpose. What is main purpose? It's the main idea. So again, you have this one question coming from main idea. Which of the following, if true, would undermine the passage's main argument? Beautiful. What is main argument? It's main idea. Do you remember we did one question when this video started, and when we talked about the assumption, right, which challenges the assumption? Guys, this is the exact question, or the type of question is exact. It's just that it has been twisted, or it has been left, or it has been framed in a different format. But the meaning of these two, this question out here and the assumption question out there, which we saw, the meaning is same. And again, it's main argument. This question is again based on main idea. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, now what do we have here? Okay, I think this is going to be the fact-based question. We're going to leave that. So this is fact-based question. This is fact-based question. Okay, let's move ahead. What is this? Complexity of modern problems. I think this is also a good RC, by the way. Okay, describe the best. Okay, now understand this. What is it? Which of the following best describe the purpose of neuroscience? Okay, it's a fact-based question. I'm gonna leave that. Okay, what do we have in here? Okay, which of the following condition, if true, would invalidate? See, guys, same thing again and again. We just saw one question which wherein it said that undermine, which was the ATM RC, right? Again, invalidate main argument. So invalidating the main argument, right? This is number one. Undermining the argument. This is number two. Or challenging the main argument. See, all these things are nothing but your main idea questions. So again, here also you have questions based on main idea. Now let's look at question number 13. Which of the following conditions would weaken the efficacy of a random decision forest? Fact based. The author critiques meritocracy for all the following reasons except. Again, this is a kind of a main idea based question, because for this you need to go through the RC and you will understand that the RC is basically talking about the meritocracy. But yeah, if you know this RC, you will be able to get the answer. Again, it's based on. So see, the point is that you can still mark or you can still answer questions based on except kind of a thing if you know the main idea. Because what is except? Except, which is something which is not included, and anything which is not included as a part of main idea can be the answer. But again, this is going to be 80% of scenario. Probably 20% may be question based on a fact based, right? So you might not be able to get the answer just by knowing the main idea. You might have to dig into it. So let's move ahead a little bit. On the basis of the facts passage, which of the following team is likely to be... Okay, this is the fact based. I'm going to leave that. Okay, let's have another question. Beautiful. I love this question. This question is, of the following, which would have added the least depth to the author's argument? Guys, now understand this. What does it says? Least depth to the author's argument. This is again the question based on main idea. Now, do you understand? Challenging the argument, adding least depth to the argument, weakening the argument. What is it? These are all your main idea questions. So that's a wonderful question out here. Do we have any other question over here? Okay, which of the following is not consequential? Okay, this is going to be fact based. This is fact based. Let's move ahead. Okay, what do we have here? Straightforward. What is the main idea? Okay, bravo. So that's there. What main point does the author want to convey through the examples of police officer? Again, this is going to be main idea. You know what? Actually, this is beautiful, because if you look at example of the police officer has been given, so this is predominantly called as the supporting idea. So all the examples that we have, they form the part of supporting idea. So on the basis of supporting idea, what author is trying to convey. So great. So this is again coming out of main idea. What do we have? Okay, this is fact based. Let's move ahead. Hypothesis. The passage outlines several hypotheses. This can be main idea, but this is a little bit tough to crack. Okay. All of the following evidence support the... Okay, great. Okay, all of the following evidence supports the passage's explanation, except, again, something that is not forming the part of main idea. Beautiful. Let's move ahead. 24 is again going to be your fact-based question, so I'm going to leave that aside. Okay, that's it. So fine. So now we've gone through all the RCs, from your, CAT 2018 paper. We've gone all the RCs, right? Now, what happens here is that you do have fact-based, no doubt about it. You have fact-based RCs, but guys need to understand that there is nothing called as inference-based. What you have now is very much called as main idea-based or something called as idea-based. So for the next 15 days, I want you all to kind of focus more on idea-based, because trust me, even if you look at slot number 1, I can guarantee you, main idea agar aapko pata hai, you will be able to knock up so many questions based on main idea. Because I'll tell you what's problem with the main idea. Number 1, it is time consuming, right? It is time consuming. Number 2, the accuracy always goes on a toss, right? Again, it's a 50% chance. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to get it or I'm not going to get it. Number 3, you got to think a lot when it's when it's out about main idea. Now I'll tell you the golden rule of main idea. The major problem with main idea is that you might have come across this rule that, so you go through the first para, you go through the last para, all that stuff. So guys, there are round about 4 to 5 rules that are prevailing in the market as far as, CAT is concerned, ZAT is concerned, GMAT is concerned. So there are coaching institutes, they are teaching you rules of main idea. But the problem is that implementation. So you need to understand that which rule you need to when and where. And that's the reason we have this workshop which is based on VARC. It's not too late. You can join us. There are recorded videos. All the videos are recorded as far as your reading comprehension is concerned, your verbal ability is concerned for parajumble and all that. You can join in. You can watch all those videos rigorously. In next 10 days, you can definitely improve your score by 15 to 20 marks if you are really trying to take efforts for your VARC. So guys, this is what I wanted to let you all know, that understand how your VARC is changing as far as CAT is concerned. I will be making a couple of more videos on the front of verbal ability, parajumbles, RC. There are more videos coming up on your way. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, show some love, like the video, share the videos, and do let your friends know about my channel. So guys, thank you so much for your time for watching this video. Have a good learning. Thank you so much.